Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the West Ham Network. You are here live for your Matchday Live. Sorry about the noise in the background. My little man is just losing the plot because it's raining in the country and he's got his little rain suit on. But we do have the team news for you. And are you ready for this? Unchanged. Unchanged. What do you think? Leave your comments in and let me know your thoughts. An unchanged West Ham side from the team that went out last week in the Premier League. A lot of people kind of disgruntled by this choice because there's no Kudus in the starting 11. Are you annoyed at that or are you okay with it? You let me know. Again, put it in the comments below and we'll get talking about it. You know, we came off I don't know what you describe the victory against Lincoln City. For me personally, it's a professional victory. It's a victory that could have been a banana skin for the club. And at the end of the day, you have to turn up and do a job that's in front of you. And that's what we've done. We've turned up and we've done a job that's in front of us. And we've got the victory and we've got into the next round. And that's what you need to do. Players got a run out that needed a run out. That was vital for West Ham in order for us to move forward as a club. So we've done the job there in the League Cup and we move into the Premier League. And we really need to get back into winning ways in the Premier League. This is a big game. Obviously, Sheffield United coming off a very bad loss last week. And there'll be an element of them wanting to prove what their worth is of being in the Premier League as well. And it's all about West Ham trying to turn up on the day and do the job. And I do think this could be a mixture of, is West Ham going to turn up? You know, I think in hindsight, yeah, you want Kudus to start because come January, he's gone for a month. And he looks like he is a potential game changer as well. He looks really exciting. He looks like a really exciting prospect for us to have him in the midst of the club. But I'm going to remain positive because I think you have to have an element of Sheffield United are not going to let what happened last week happen again. You know, history doesn't tend to repeat itself sometimes in those circumstances when you get a record score against you that they did against Newcastle United. So I think we're going to start as positive as we can and hopefully we can definitely take the game to them. Let me jump in and show you a bit more closer detail the West Ham starting 11, which is on your screen just there. Areola again maintains his position as the number one Premier League goalkeeper for us just now. Vladimir Sefal keeps his position in at right back. Zuma is the captain for West Ham again, obviously the captain named for this season. Agerd in alongside him. People call him for Mavropanos to come in, but I didn't doubt for a second that there would be any changes along that neck of the woods. Anyway, Emerson comes in and stays as our full-time number one left-back choice. Alvarez comes into the middle of the park alongside Souček and Ward. Prowse, Paqueta probably sitting in just behind the forwards. Bowen out one side as well as Antonio leading the line for West Ham up top. Our bench has got one goalkeeper, Fabianski, Pablo Fornals, Mohamed Kudus, Konstantinos Mavropanos, Max Cornet, who of course got some game time against Lincoln City in the week. Danny Ings, Angelo Ogbonna, Said Ben Rama, and Tilo Kira as well. Let me get you into the Sheffield United starting 11 for you. Fotheringham starts in goal for them. Then it's Bogle, Amidovic, Egan is the captain, Robinson, Thomas, Vinny Souza, McAtee, Hamer, Archer, and McBurney. A couple of players you definitely need to keep an eye on because they are just kind of what you could call bastards, really, of the footballing world. And I think it's like players like McBurney who love leaving a foot in, love causing a lot of bit of concern to the back line of West Ham. Another player that I think we could get at, and he's been there for years, is Egan. I think he's not the most paciest of defenders, but he's no nonsense defender, so he certainly will not be taking much crap from the West Ham lineup today. Now, of course, this is the West Ham Network. I'm going to be bringing you the running commentary of the game as it happens when it comes on. So keep your comments coming in, of course, and we'll get started and seeing. So see what everyone else is saying here. Ralph is saying watching Villa and Brighton, that's football. Next up, Moyes ball. Yeah, I think someone said, you know, interestingly enough about the Brighton, was it West Ham that actually broke Brighton? I mean, it's 6-1 the game finished. 6-1 to Aston Villa over Brighton. So I don't know what's happened there with Brighton. Brighton may be struggling with the dynamics of entering the world of European football, but then Villa have done it as well. But maybe Villa have got a stronger in-depth squad. Ollie Watkins with a hat-trick, another, you know, English centre-forward that West Ham were linked to in the past. So good for them to get off the in it as well. That's not football, it's VAR. Ball from Michael Blees. Moyes reverted to the same type line up versus Pac-Man on the left wing. Yeah, but got to have trust in the boss. I mean, if it works out, then it works out. But I think in no time, I genuinely believe when it comes to Kudos, I think that in sooner rather than later he will be in the starting 11. I don't think this is going to be a bedding in period, to be honest with you, because I think Kudos will play on Thursday for West Ham. So it's not like Kudus is not getting game time, but I think he will play on Thursday. And I think you may start to see the transition. Depends on how the result goes today. But I think you'll start to see that transition quicker than normal when it comes to West Ham starting players that we've just signed as well. Areola, Sufal, Zuma, Agerd, Emerson, Suchek, Alvarez, JWP, Pac-Man, Bowen, and Antonio. Agerd has made 2 mistakes. Is he scared of losing his place? Keith, I don't know really. I think when it comes to Agerd, I think that there is a player that had a really bad injury after signing for the club, came back into the midst of the club. He's not even really played consistent football for a year at the club. He's only played consistent football for 9 months. Remember, he was injured, came back after the World Cup, played his first game for the club after the World Cup in January. So, and took us a little bit of a time to get settled. But I do think we've got an absolute baller here, and I'm willing to stick by that. I'm not going to fall under a couple of the decisions that he's made laterally in games. I think it's just, unfortunately, they have maybe led to goals, but the Man City one in particular, I think you listen to the quality of the ball that went through the middle of the two at the back, then that's just what's going to happen sometimes. From my hello friends, can't be surprised to anyone that it remains unchanged. No, it can't be, especially when it's under a David Moyes regime. Then that's what we kind of expect, isn't it? So let me just straighten that up. Cockney Buccaneers, I would start Kudus and have Antonio as an impact sub for when opposition defence is tired. Yeah, I think a lot of people probably would with you, Cockney Buccaneer, but I do think that we've just got to put the trust in the David Moyes situation now. And as much as it's frustrating to think like we can get at this team and you want to bring on these creative and exciting players like Kudus, etc., then just got to back the system and back what David Moyes is doing. Who knows? Is maybe method in the madness. But we'll have to wait and see. Agerd is up and down. Watch him make a save on the goal line today. I think that when he in a game, I don't think he has a disaster in a game. I think he has one maybe mistake in him. Not in every game, but in some games, and those mistakes have, in theory, led to goals. I think in the rest of the game that he plays, he actually looks confident and competent at doing what he is there to do. So I don't think I'm not worried, essentially, about that. Kudus is a Tim signing, so 6 months to settle in Moyes' eyes. I don't think we will, mate. I really don't think we will. I think he'll feature definitely, and I'm not concerned about that one, to be honest. Ted McClure says, Ted from Australia, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Antonio, man of the match. Let's hope he does have a good performance. I think he's struggled as of late, and making those comments. Put it in the comments and let me know your thoughts on it. What is your thoughts on Antonio doing having the chat about the podcast with Callum Wilson and putting the name out there of West Ham being quite cocky? I don't think that helps. If I'm being honest, in my opinion, that doesn't help. And it's frustrating that he did that. And then obviously when you turn up and you play Liverpool, you don't do anything and you have one of your worst games in a West Ham shirt. That's not helped. And then he didn't turn up for the podcast the second week. So it's highlights things that just don't need to be highlighted in terms of that thing. So put your comments and let me know the Antonio situation for you. Mubama not even in an under 21 team playing against Man City. Under 21s at the moment. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I am a little bit annoyed about the Mubama situation. I'm not going to get overly over the top. My concern really about Mubama is last season in particular, he was on fire. He was really on fire. He was playing really well and scoring goals left, right, and centre. And then suddenly he gets promoted into the first team and you don't see him feature at all. So I feel like there's a problem there in terms of the lack of consistency, which is what I don't think helps young players. But then who am I to turn around and say this is the right or the wrong? This is the way you manage a player. This is the way you manage a system. I don't really know what the real situation should be for a young player like that. But I feel like we all want to see him play, come off the bench. I think I would rather Mbama come off the bench, with all due respect to Danny Ings, but it just doesn't seem to happen. It just doesn't seem to happen anyway. Michael Blease says the youth stand no chance under Moyes if they can't even get a game at Lincoln. Yeah, loads of interesting comments here. Should be starting Kudos as he's will be off for a month in January. I don't want to do this bed and end thing. I really don't, and I really hope Moyes sees past that in a player like Mohamed Kudus. He's firing on all cylinders when he was playing at Ajax. He's firing on all cylinders when he's playing in the cup competition, and he's firing on all cylinders when he's playing at the international level for his Ghanaian brothers. So why does it take for David Moyes not to play him? That's it. So I'm not going to get carried away with it. I'm really not, because I think he'll definitely be brought on today and he'll get some game time and he'll make an impact as well, but he's definitely not going to be an impact sub player. For me, moving forward, he needs to start the games and give us an option, and that is to the detriment of Tommy Souček. But then again, you've got to look at the size of the players that are on the field. You've got Zuma, you've got Agerd, you've got Alvarez, you've got Souček, and you've got Antonio in terms of players that James Ward-Prowse could put the ball on to the heads, and as we were talking about in our group chat, we've got set piece FC. So anyone who's watching who's a massive fan of Kudus, do not worry. He will be a star at our club. It will come sooner rather than later compared to previous times as well. Oh goodness me, what else could this do to get a start in the Premier League? It will come. A little bit frustrating. Yes, I'm not going to deny it. I'm a little bit frustrated at him not even remotely being in the starting 11, but it is what it is. Essentially, it is what it is. Now, if you are watching, I want you to put in your score predictions just now, and we'll go through some of them. So I believe we are streaming on Twitter or X or whatever you call it today. So that's just a bit new for us. So hello, if you are watching on there. We are over on the YouTube channel. Apparently you can't comment from the X or Twitter account and put it on to this stream. So if you're wanting to have a conversation with us, jump onto the YouTube channel and then you can put a comment in there as well, and we'll pick it up and put it up on the screen for you. So Fremer says, think people are too quick to dismiss players, wanting to exchange players on a game-to-game basis. It's just silly. We don't have a Maguire situation. I think you're right, Fremer. I do think there's so many variables to take into consideration here. You know, we've got European football again. We've got a tough game coming up against Freiburg, and that cannot be taken lightly. And we need to get points on the board quickly. We've got good points on the board after the first game against Napola, and we need to get points on the board. If we can walk away with 6 points from the Europa League, then so be it. So, you know, there's so many things to weigh up. I get why Kudus, people want Kudus. It's all about Kudus. This is it. That is. But, you know, we just have to wait and see. Marcus Lieb says, Roy's doing the same with Kudus as he did with Benny. I do think I really do think there's a bit of a difference between the two players. I really do, and I can't understand the Benny situation. He's so vital in terms of goal contributions to West Ham, and now he's not playing. And then you've got Kudus, who's also could be vital to goal contributions, but he plays more central as well, and can get involved a lot more with the goals. I don't know what to think. I don't know. I'm happy. I'm positive. It's a strong lineup. We can't deny that. It's not a strong lineup. But obviously a lot of people want Kudus to play. 3-1 from Michael Blease as West Ham concede first. God. And sometimes, do you know what? Going back to the very successful season we had where we qualified for the Europa League, sometimes in that season we did have to concede first for us to kind of open up and wake up. And if that is the way that we're going to go through this season, by conceding first and then waking up and winning 2-1 or 3-1, then so be it. A scrappy 2-1. Do you know what though, Fremer? I'll take that right now, because a win's a win. People want a convincing win, and I get that. But right now, if you said to me, we'll walk away 2-1 victorious, I will absolutely shake your hand now, do a deal, and walk away 3 points on the board. Would you be satisfied with that? I think people are looking for a flamboyant performance, and a lot of people are maybe misjudging Sheffield United on the basis of the fact that they got smashed last week from Newcastle. But you know, they are going to be out there today trying to prove a point. That is exactly what they're going to try and do out there today, to prove a point if they can. An actual disgrace of a lineup against a team that conceded 8 from Charlie. Bigger teams watching and readying moves for Kudus from Peter. Moyes needs to get down to Specsavers. Interesting, isn't it? Brian, expat Mexico, come on, you Irons, 5-0. God, I'd love that. I would love that. I can't remember the last time we smashed a team. I can't remember the last time. I remember growing up as a kid, and there was always a one team a season, and it always used to sometimes fall on Boxing Day. And I remember a couple of times it was Derby. We beat like 5-1 or something like that. But I just love to be able to do that. But I don't think that will be today. At all. Ted, West Ham 3-0. I'll take that again from you as well. Kudus marquee signing and can't get a Premier League starting lineup. I know it's frustrating. I get it, but listen, we've got to stay positive. That's what I'm going to do. Afternoon, I'll reckon we'll concede early and then struggle and then score 3 in the second half. We've just described West Ham, really, haven't you? In a nutshell, that is exactly what usually we do tend to do, doesn't it? Akraf Bardor 3-0 West Ham. There you go. John Hicks says, come on, you Irons, 4-0 to West Ham. Fremer says, look, if Kudus turns out like Pac-Man after a season of bedding in, I'll take it. I mean, listen, for me, Pac-Man, from the games that he played last year, he always showed his quality. The disappointing thing for Pac-Man was that he picked up that shoulder injury that kind of had a bit of a knock-on effect. And what I will say is that people always go missing when we had he that shall not be named, formerly of number 41 at West Ham. So I think that now that he's left, it's bringing to the cream rises to the top, as they say. And I think Paqueta is one of those players. Sorry, I'm actually just getting all the scores coming up from the Championship. And honestly, the teams in the Championship, just as a reminder, it's ridiculous, man. Norwich, Preston, Swansea, Sheffield Wednesday, West Brom, Stoke, Sunderland, Hull, Coventry, like really strong teams. And that's not even me mentioning teams like Leicester and all that sort of stuff that have been put down in the league as well. So yeah, really strong Championship side as well. Michael Blaze, Sheffield United will come to us and play Moyes ball. They won't want another tanking. Yeah, I think there's going to be I think they're going to be concerned about the West Ham counter. So they will not want West Ham to do what they do against the likes of Manchester United, Liverpool, all Chelsea, you name it. They will want West Ham to have possession. And I feel like this is going to be an interesting game, because if West Ham force Sheffield United to have possession, then we've done that to our benefit. But that's not going to happen. I think Sheffield United are going to want West Ham to have possession, and that's sometimes where I sometimes think we may struggle as well. Who knows? Foster Ford says 3-0 against Sheffield United. Kudus Mohammed has 1 goal. He will come on. I don't doubt that for a second. Peter says 6 buses outside ground waiting to take to the pitch. 4 for Sheffield United and 2 for us. David says, I stupidly got excited about buying Kudus. I didn't think even Moyes could ignore him like he did with Skamaka. Yeah, I know there's so many people in here going to be a bit disappointed about it, but you just got to keep I'm keeping the faith, man. I am keeping the faith. Talk amongst yourself. You can let each other know where you can find it. I can't mention anything. I can't. I'd love to, but I can't. Plus, I don't have anything to be able to submit anyway, so something else going on, if that makes any sense. Game on TV now by Come On You Irons. Absolutely. I'm just getting myself ready for the game coming up. Kudus comes on, scores 2, hammers all day. Do you know what? The guy, he's a quality player. But what I think we best do is talk about the team that's being put out. In terms of, if I had to look at the positives, then I've said season after season, consistency. That's the be all and end all for a team, is consistently in match team selections and consistency in turning up, doing a job, turning up and being positive, and the team selection and trying to get results. Now, obviously, the last 2 Premier League results have not been good for West Ham. That's been a disappointment, and I feel like we need to turn that around, and that's where today fits in that bill. You know, with the run of games we've got coming up, we need to try and get 3 points on the board to maintain that level of a good start. But we can't underestimate our opposition. We cannot underestimate our opposition whatsoever, no matter what, no matter that they've been smashed previously in a previous game. We cannot afford that. Scott says there are there for subs, and he's been subbing earlier than ever. That being said, Moyes would be happy with a 1-0 win. But to be honest with you, I would walk away with a 1-0 win now, Scott. Again, these are the games for me that we need to turn up as West Ham and show the Premier League that we're here and we mean business. This is the games that, when I say mean business, I'm not talking about a 5-0 win. I'd love a 5-0 win, but just get the win over the line. These are the games in the history of supporting our club that we sometimes falter in. So it's about showing that level of consistency. It's about showing that we can turn up when the going gets tough after losing 2 Premier League games and get a victory. You win today. We don't move up a spot because there's a 4-point difference between West Ham in 7th to Arsenal and Tottenham, who are in 6th. But we then open that gap up between us and Newcastle and Man United below us, and we can open that gap up to 5 points. Because we're 4 points ahead of them already. So that's the key element. Sheffield United sit rock bottom of the Premier League right now, and they've not had a win yet in the Premier League, and they'll be wanting to come to the London Stadium and get a win and try and prove their worth in the Premier League. They've conceded the most goals. They're minus 12 goal difference as well, but they'll definitely be wanting to try and turn up and do something here as well. Give me 2 seconds, everyone. Sorry, that's me back. Let me have a look here and see what everyone else is saying. Bets on how many subs will Moyes use today? I think he'll use a good 3 or 4 of them today. Don't you worry about that. 2 Ings and Kudos at 87 minutes. Are you all right? You're talking about the subs. I thought you were talking about the goals. Imagine getting 2 goals in 87 minutes. Could you imagine? That's probably typical West Ham as well. Scotty said himself, Premier League games are tough and he'll take 3 points any way he can. I'm not going to beat about the bush here. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like, especially early doors, as West Ham fans, we all sit here and we all think about the 40 points, the magical 40 points. And that's what, the first mindset, no matter what, no matter if we were playing, I think if we had an unbelievable takeover with loads of money and best players in the world, most West Ham fans' mindsets would take years and years and years to adjust from thinking about 40 points, getting to 4 points. That's exactly what we want to do. Sorry, I'm looking at the away end. I didn't realise that, but has the away end got safe standing at London Stadium? Because that looked like that had safe standing. And interesting if it does. I don't know. It just seemed to have those kind of black barriers in front of them, and people were leaning across there. So that's really interesting. But for me, again, it's got the potential to be a banana skin for West Ham. I just want us to turn up, do a job, get the job done, walk away. I would happily do a review show after this, being 1-0 winners against Sheffield United. I'm not going to be negative about that because it's a win. A win's a win. We played League One minnows of Lincoln City and beat them 1-0, and they took the game to West Ham. They absolutely did. They were shooting from distance, albeit, it was a different lineup, but they are going to take the game to us as well. Corny on the bench, obviously offside arriving at the stadium. I thought he had an okay game. Yeah, I thought he had an okay game against Lincoln City. He wasn't be-all. He wasn't fantastic. He wasn't amazing, but he had an all-right game, didn't he, essentially? So if you are watching, put your predictions in. Let us know your thoughts. We are literally 3 or 4 minutes away from the kickoff against Sheffield United. West Ham, who currently sit in 7th position on 10 points, 4 points adrift of Arsenal and Tottenham, who are sharing points on 14 points in 5th and 6th place. So a win today keeps us close to the mark with them there as well. And then Sheffield United sit bottom of the league with 1 point on minus 12 of a goal difference. They've not won a game in the Premier League this season. They call this the Tevez Derby, don't they? I mean, I don't know who does call it that, but some people do. Obviously going back and dating back to when Carlos Tevez played for West Ham. West Ham were kept safe thanks to a final day season winner goal against Manchester United, and then Sheffield United got relegated from that moment onwards as well. John Hicks says, I'm 70 years old and I want to see my team shine. Out of interest, John, what do you feel like we're shining or not shining? Let me know your thoughts on what you're kind of saying here. Afternoon, Anton and chat from Crosshammer. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Leave us hello. What are we, mate? What are we, mate? What are we? I couldn't believe you came on. I haven't seen you for a while. You came on the stream the other night, and I was like, oh my God, he's back. He's back. So let me know what we are. All right, Crosshammer, you're all talking to each other for some real game. Paris Hughes says 3-1 to West Ham. The teams are coming out now. Peter Chelmsford said, under 21s finished 2-2 at Man City. Marshall, 12th goal of the season, and Kudu with our goals. Under 18s won 2-0 against Norwich earlier on. There you go. So the future's bright. The future's claret and blue. We've got a lot of good youngsters. I mean, listen, I love Gideon Kudu. I think he's my man. He's my geezer. I think he's got another potential. But then I've said that quite a few times with some of our young prospects, and look how that's worked out for us at West Ham as well. We are, mate. That is exactly what we are. We are. Hi Lee, hope you're all good, fella. Thank you very much. They are brilliant. They are, aren't they, mate? They really, really are. So I'm getting myself ready for the kickoff. So let me just find everything I need to do here. Let's get the timer up for you guys. Let me just, I'm going to remove that in 2 seconds. There we go. That's fine. And then I'm going to get the team up here. Right, we've got it all set up and ready to go. So I'm going to quickly be back in 1 second. Bear with me. Back. I am back and I'm buzzing. The kickoff is just around the corner. So join me as I give you the match day live commentary for the game. Keep your comments coming in. What I do, just for your references, every now and then I do check the chat, but I don't have it open because I know you will probably be 30 seconds to a minute ahead of me from my stream. And that's just due to the delays of YouTube putting the content out to your stream. I'll give you the running commentary. You've got the option to pause if you're watching it, depending where you are watching it from the rest of the world. And when I know there's an occasion I can look at this stream and look at the comments, I will. But initially, I do turn them off before we do get started on the game and ourselves. We are European champions. We know what we are. We are European champions. We do know what we are. Just getting myself ready. Give me 2 seconds, everyone. And while the stadium are playing this song, I'm going to play this song for you. Just getting ready for kickoff. We have kicked off. That just gets you going. Hopefully it does. Right, we have kicked off, and straight away West Ham do have a throw-in down the right-hand side. Big ball into the mix from Sufal. Flick on, tried from Souček. Antonio lets the ball go out, and West Ham win a corner from the off. 30 seconds in, and West Ham have won a corner instantly thanks to a very good throw-in. Again, weapon of a throw-in from Vladimir Sufal. But guess who's on the corner? The one man only, and his name is JWP. He is frightening from this position. All the big men up top. Let's see what West Ham are capable of doing. Ball comes into the mix. Right onto oh, it goes through everyone. Back post, 2 players have gone down. Referee blows the whistle. 2 Sheffield United players have gone down. Referee's blown the whistle. It looks like there's a head collision, and he's bringing some of the player, the kind of staff on just now. Keep your comments coming in. I know there's a break, so I'll jump in now and see what everyone else as well. Gary's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Afternoon, Fiddlehammer. Degenerates, we're all here. Yes, Aston Villa did win 6-1 as well. They certainly did. Let's see where we're at. Burnley's up for Sheffield United. West Ham have regained possession, though. Paqueta's on the ball. He plays it back to Agard, who's back in the West Ham half. Zuma, central in halfway back in the West Ham half. He keeps hold of the possession, plays the ball, switches over to Emerson, takes a touch, drives forward. West Ham on the front foot. Good little interchange there between him and Emerson. Antonio was intercepted, though, from the defender. West Ham tried to win the ball back in the middle of the park, switched over to Ollie McBurney from Sheffield United. And then Antonio's won the ball back straight away. Brilliant. Souček. Paqueta sees Antonio's run. Good ball up over the top. Antonio struggles to keep a hold of it, but uses his strength, keeps it. He's inside the 18-yard box. Plays the ball back into the path of Souček. Back with Paqueta. Central for West Ham. Just on the edge of the box. He's looking up. Tries the ball through. Quick 1-2. He's on the edge of the box again. Paqueta. He can't keep a hold of it. And it's a good win back. The ball from Sheffield United, who plays the ball all the way forward. West Ham on the front foot from the off. 2.5 minutes in. West Ham 0, Sheffield United 0. Emerson's got the ball, plays it back to Agard. Back to Emerson, just over the halfway line. Paqueta dropping in, tries to collect it, but he doesn't. Agard collects the ball. Alvarez drops in deep into that kind of central defensive position. He collects the ball, plays it out wide to Sefal. Back with Zuma. Zuma's going to turn around, play the ball back to Areola. Sheffield United piling the pressure on. Areola plays the ball out to Agard. McBurney comes in deeper on, tighter onto him. And Emerson does well, tries to play the ball. It looks like it's taking deflection, but it is a throw into Sheffield United. So West Ham, good kind of pressure from Sheffield United there. They've won the ball back. Now the ball is in the West Ham half with Sheffield United full back. West Ham just trying to see what happens. Just trying to see where West Ham's kind of mindset is in this game. Patient in our kind of approach moving forward, hoping that Sheffield United play big long balls, which they have done. The ball trickles out for an Areola goal kick. 3.5 minutes gone. West Ham 0, Sheffield United 0. You are joining me on the West Ham Network. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, talk to all the people in the chat as well. This is the time, as you can see, that I'm on. You might be a little bit further ahead than me, so I'm going to give you the running commentary. Anyway, Areola plays it short to Agard, who chips the ball forward for West Ham. Paqueta's made the run, tries to go one-on-one with the defender. It's really good tracking back there from Ward-Prowse. Antonio out on the left-hand side, cuts it onto his right foot. Ward-Prowse gets the ball out on the left-hand side. He finds Alvarez centrally through the middle for West Ham. He switches play completely over to Sefal on the right-hand side. He's shouting back for the ball again. Bowen makes a run in behind the defender. He can't get behind the defender. Oh, he wins it. He keeps it in. He's done really well. It's inside the box. Play it. Shoot. Oh, my God. He's hit it over the bar. Souček. Tommy Souček. How is Tommy Souček not put that into the back of the net? I tell you what, it's a great run from Jared Bowen in behind the defender. A great vision ball from Sefal. He uses his strength. He knocks the Sheffield United defender off him, who's open for the corner, or sorry, the kick in. And Bowen just lays it onto the path of Tommy Souček, who cannot. He leans back and smashes the ball into Rose Ed from only 6 yards out. West Ham should be 1-0 up from the off. Big ball in the mix into the middle from Sheffield United. Sheffield United drive forward through the halfway line. Skips by Alvarez. Still got the ball. We've got plenty of bodies back. There is only 3 players there, but he's got the ball in behind. That's a great tackle from Kurt Zouma. It's an unbelievable tackle from him, it is. But Sheffield United have regained possession again, and West Ham have won the ball back with Alvarez, although he was a bit complacent there and lost it. And Sheffield United have got possession, and it looks like it is a throw in to Sheffield United deep in the West Ham half already. Interesting. Here comes a big throw-in coming in from Robinson from Sheffield United into the mix. West Ham just keeping an eye on each of their players. We're not doing that zonal mark. I hate it. Hate it. West Ham again wins it. James Ward-Prowse heads on again. Antonio's there. He chests the ball down. He's done well. He's under a lot of pressure. Fouled as well and wins a free kick to West Ham just on the edge of the centre circle. Antonio's done really, really well. He's got to play a good game today. Prove to people that, he does not all talk. And we know he's not all talk, but that podcast thing with Sheffield United was ridiculous, wasn't it? With Liverpool. Afternoon all there. What's that? Oh, I don't know. I shouldn't have put that up. Sorry. I shouldn't have put that up. Didn't mean that. Sorry about that. Zuma's got the ball. He switches play completely over to Zuma on the left-hand side, just before the halfway line in the West Ham half. Plays the ball forward to Paqueta. Tries a back heel. Ball does go out, and it's a Sheffield United throw in, and they've taken it early. And Sheffield United are on the counter with Ollie McBurney. He holds on to possession, keeps it calm. Ball switched out to the left to Thomas. Ball into the mix. Too heavy. And goes out for an Areola goal kick. What do you think so far? 7 minutes in. Zuma's got the ball. Sufal out to the right back position. He collects it. Chips the ball forward for West Ham. Upfield. Souček wins it with a flick on. Antonio gets in front of the defender. He gets it. Souček makes a run into the box. Antonio down the right-hand side. He's got one defender to take on. He does. He's trying to smash it in low. Takes the deflection, but he's won it back. Oh, he sells the ball, chips the ball into the mix. Tries to header. Back post. Paqueta keeps it in. Where's the ball? The keeper holds on to it. Fotheringham keeps hold of it. That's decent from West Ham. Antonio's done really well from absolutely nothing down that right-hand side. Gets in front of the defender. Drives at the defender, drives into the box, tries to smash it in low cross, takes a deflection, brings it back. The defender thinks he's going to cross it in. It's a nice chipped cross into the mix. Souček, glancing header. Paqueta keeps it in, but can't get it into the path of Bowen. And Fotheringham gets in front of it and holds on to it. Sheffield United now on the counter. Ball with them down the left-hand side. Thomas is on the ball. McAtee. Sheffield United on the ball through on the left. McBurney on the ball. He's given a free kick for that. No, he's not. Oh, he's played advantage, or they've played the quick free kick. I'm not sure what happened there. Sheffield United still on possession with the ball. Hamer. Ball through the middle. And it just goes straight out. So Sheffield United just trying a couple of little interesting things, but they've got really a huge amount of power on that ball. And it's just tripping over and going over for a West Ham goal kick. Just looking at West Ham's structure there. So, yeah, doing fine. The only thing I've noticed there a little bit is just Sefal seems to be in a little bit too tight to the centre halves, and there's a player in behind him on the back shoulder. But that player's dropped in from Sheffield United, collected the ball back. Hamer. Been switched out to Thomas. Plays it back to his central defensive partner. Vinicius, ball through the middle. He's got a bit of space and time on the ball. Alvarez is there. Skips by one, puts it onto his right foot. Ball's out on the right-hand side. He's got space for Sheffield United. Ball into the mix. Cleared from Agard. Emerson's there. And Emerson clears the ball for West Ham. Antonio drops in, but then they've won possession. Paqueta wins the ball back. And the ball has gone out, and it looks like it is. Yeah, a little bit of decent play there from Sheffield United, putting a bit of pressure on West Ham. Just keep an eye on him. Ollie McBurney. Ten minutes gone. West Ham 0, Sheffield United 0. Areola with a free kick in our own half. Big ball forward. Up the left-hand side. Antonio goes to try and win it, but he's beaten. But we've won the second ball, which is good. JWP. Paqueta down the left-hand side. Tries to find Emerson. Ball goes out for a West Ham throw-in. Paqueta takes it early. Finds Antonio. Defenders all up in his space. Paqueta back with Emerson. Back with Paqueta in a tight space with three players around him. He's lost possession, no, but he's gone down injured at the same time. Ollie McBurney's got the ball. He's patient in his play. He's not in a rush to drive forward. Sheffield United got bodies forward. They've gone on the counter now. They've got 4 in the box. Switched over to the middle. Souček is there. Sefal starts to go into Thomas. Thomas on the ball for Sheffield United, plays it back through the middle. Vinny Souza back out to Thomas on the left-hand side. Chips the ball into the mix. Zuma's done well. He's tripped over it. Oh, it's an unbelievable tackle from Agerd. I swear to God, Zuma has not done, couldn't clear the ball for West Ham. And Agerd, it fell into the path of Archer, and Agerd had to come over and cover for Zuma there. And it's an unbelievable tackle. Ball gets switched out to Zuma. Thomas. Thomas tries to chip the ball into the mix. Zuma can't clear it from under his feet. Archer, honestly, it's a brilliant tackle. It's a very, very good tackle from Naif Agerd. If he doesn't get that, that's a goal. He scores. I think that has gone out for a corner. It has to Sheffield United. 11.5 minutes in. An outswinger into the mix. They've won the header, but it's a back flip. JWP keeps a hold of the ball. Sefal drives forward now, and he's then tackled, and the ball goes out for a Sheffield United throw-in. We're just kind of taking a little bit of pressure here now from Sheffield United. Funny enough, first 5 minutes, maybe all West Ham. Now, the last kind of few minutes, the ball's put pressure on us, and they're coming at us a little bit. When they're countering, they're throwing bodies forward. So it's putting us under a little bit of pressure. We need to keep an eye on this big long ball as well. This big long throw in coming in from Robinson into the mix. Cleared from West Ham. Antonio tries to get it. Zuma wins the header. Still in the 18-yard box. Jared Bowen's there. JWP clears it for West Ham upfield. Antonio's chasing it. He does really well. He's going to keep it in play. He hasn't. It's unfortunate. He tries. The ball's gone so far up in the sky. He's kind of chested it down a little bit, but it's getting a little bit lost, and he tries to keep it in, and then he trips up, and the ball goes out for a throw-in to Sheffield United. Sheffield United now with the ball in their own half. Vinny Souza switches play over to the right-hand side. Ollie McBurney drops in deep, tries to play the ball forward to no one. Zuma collects it. James Ward-Prowse back to Agerd. Agerd to James Ward-Prowse in the middle of the West Ham half. Emerson finds Paqueta, drops in, plays the ball quickly to Emerson. He looks for the ball again, and he gets it, and he's got space, and he's travelling down the left-hand side. Paqueta keeps driving, uses his strength, still drives into the 18-yard box, crosses it into the mix, and it goes out for a West Ham corner. Paqueta has literally travelled about 70 yards there, held onto the ball for West Ham, and they were struggling to deal with him. The player kept up with him, pace for pace, but Paqueta's just got the ability to hold the player off, drives into the box, tries to cross it in, and wins West Ham a corner. Really, really well done. Here comes JWP. Come on, James. 2 corners to West Ham, to Sheffield United's 1. Right on in the mix. Right on the mix. Souček, save off the line. Go, wow, it's gone on. 2 off the line. Oh, my days. Oh, Souček just had one cleared off the line, and then I think Bowen went for it, and the defender cleared it off the line. Here we go again. It's a wicked delivery, though, from James Ward-Prowse, man. People will struggle with that all season long. Sefal gets the ball down the right-hand side, just over the halfway line for West Ham. He plays it back into the West Ham half. It's Alvarez. Zuma collects the ball, plays the ball forward to Jared Bowen, who's dropped deep on the halfway line. Sorry, James Ward-Prowse. Sefal collects it. Nothing on for him going forwards. He has to play it all the way back to Zuma. And it goes all the way back to Areola. Unbelievable delivery from absolutely nothing from James Ward-Prowse right onto the head of Tommy Souček. Tommy Souček could have walked away with 2 goals today already, and we're only 14 minutes in. But what we need to do is that final third, get the ball into the net. Areola sprays the ball out to the wide right to Sefal. Sefal's under a lot of pressure. So is James W. Price. Ollie McBurney. Back heel. Archer's going to shoot from distance. It goes well off target. Ooh. Let's have a look and see what everyone's saying. Wolves are beating Man City. There you go. Thought they would be sitting back a lot more. Burnley 1 down. Newcastle 1 up. It's actually a Bowen header. I thought it was a Tommy Souček header, and then the second header was from Agerd. So it was a Bowen header where Fotheringham saved. Then it was an Agerd header that the defender saved off the line. 2 saves off the line. 16 minutes gone. West Ham nil, Sheffield United nil. They've won the ball back in the middle of the park. And it goes all the way now to Zuma, but he's under pressure from the Sheffield United striker, but he lets the ball go out and it's a throw into West Ham. Ball gets played back again in the West Ham half. Zuma sprays it out wide right to Sufal. Sufal into Bowen. Bowen plays the ball back all the way back to Zuma. He looks out to the left, finds a Gerd with a bit of time and space on the ball. He finds Emerson out on the left-hand side. James Ward-Prowse is there supporting him. Paqueta drops in, collects it. James WP plays a quick 1-2 with Paqueta. Now it's with Alvarez. Sprays the ball over to Zuma. Good bit of possession from West Ham. Over the halfway line. Sufal on the right-hand side for West Ham. Paqueta now gone over to the right-hand side. He collects the ball. A good ball through for Bowen. Bowen's inside the box. Crosses it into the mix. Cleared from Sheffield United. No one was there. Emerson wins it. Suchik on the edge of the box. Cleared again from Sheffield United. Alvarez has won the ball back from West Ham. Bowen always been clipped right on the edge of the box. Right on the edge of the box. It is a free kick in a really dangerous area. I'm talking 18 yards on the line. If it's 1 yard further forward, it would be a penalty to West Ham. Vinny Souza has absolutely done one in the back of Bowen because they were panicking that we're under pressure. He's lost the ball. He got caught from it. Great tackle there from Alvarez. I was maybe just a little bit further back than the line. Great play, though, from Jared Bowen. So I wonder who's going to take this because this isn't really... This is... I don't know. Is this JWP territory? Yeah, I think it is. He's stepping up over the ball anyway. It looks like no one else is getting a chance. It's over on the right-hand side. He fancies it. He does. Go on, James. Go on, son. It could be, the commentators just said that it could be a double bluff as well because it's an awkward angle. It's not like the right-hand side where he takes the shot from the right-hand side. It is at the right-hand side, sorry. It's too far over at the right-hand side. So, it's interesting. It could go right into the top corner on both sides. He's got the ability to do it. Or Paqueta's there. It could be a trick. It could be a trick. But I think JWP will step over and take it. It looks like he is. Yeah, good distance for him. Here he goes, JWP. Oh! Also, if you haven't already seen it, DT38, make sure you go and check them out. Dylan Tombides. We are, of course, ambassadors for that charity as well. So if you can ever spare anything towards DT38, then that would be amazing. Testicular cancer. And support the charity as much as we possibly can. Foderingham plays the ball out and puts the pressure onto Sheffield United straight away, but the ball has been switched over to the right-hand side for them. West Ham are piling the pressure on, though. Antonio's there, so is James Ward-Prowse, and the ball goes out for a throw-in deep in the Sheffield United half. Oh, why am I doing that? Sorry, I didn't mean to put that comment up again. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Big ball forward from Sheffield United. It's a throw-in to Sheffield United. Down right-hand side. Good pressure in there from Alvarez. Tries to win the ball back for West Ham, but it does go out for another Sheffield United throw-in. Big switch ball from Sheffield United. Well won from McGaird. It goes out for a Sheffield United throw-in out on the right-hand side. Oh, sorry, the left-hand side, I should say. Depends on what way you're looking at the game. Alvarez wins the ball back for West Ham. He does well. Souček tries to win it, but they've both lost possession. Sheffield United are on the counter, but they've played the ball back to the defender, just on the edge of the centre circle. Ball gets switched out to left-hand side with Robinson of Sheffield United. Rennie Souza. Ball gets played out to the right-hand side. We're going to try and pronounce his name. Ball gets played over to the left-hand side. West Ham piling the pressure on. Robinson's got the ball down the left-hand side, just over the halfway line. Bowen applying decent pressure. Cuts back with Robinson, nearly loses the ball, but it's all the way back with their centre-half. But they've kept possession, and that their manager will be happy with that. Now it's down the right-hand side with a bit of space for Sheffield United. Ball gets crossed into the mix. Oh, it does meet the Sheffield United player's head. Oh, another bit ball into the mix from the left-hand side. Well over the top, but it's still in play. Emerson does well. Ball into the mix again. Get rid of it, West Ham. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. We have got rid of it with Emerson, and the referee has called for offside. Good bit of possession there from Sheffield United. They really couldn't do anything with the final third. The referee, the linesman's given him an offside, but I don't really know where the offside was. Anyway, Souček has regained possession for West Ham down the right-hand side. Jared Bowen, and he had to click the ball out, and it's a throw-in deep in the Sheffield United half for West Ham. Sefal with the throw-in. West Ham getting the bodies in there, but he's taking it early. He's found Alvarez. Alvarez plays the ball back to Paqueta. James Ward-Prowse is empty in the middle. He gets it. Look, Paqueta was looking for the ball to be fed back to him, but he didn't get it. So now back with Zuma, and then again, now back with Zuma again. Zuma plays the ball out to the right-hand side to Sefal. Sefal finds Alvarez in the middle. Ball through. Jabon. That's good football from West Ham. Sefal down the right-hand side on the edge of the box. Shoots! Yes! What a goal! Honestly, it's an unbelievable worked goal. It's clinical. It's beautiful. It's worked really well through the middle of the park. They have just worked so well as a team. Alvarez, Bowen, Paqueta, Sefal. Bowen again scores the goal. West Ham 1, Sheffield United 0. Absolutely, honestly, it's a really, 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 really well-worked goal. A really nice-looking goal as well. Let me explain it to you again. Zuma collects the ball. He finds Sefal out on the right-hand side. Plays a neat ball into Alvarez. Alvarez into Bowen. Bowen into Souček. Souček finds space. Sefal. Bowen makes the run. Bottom left-hand side. West Ham 1. Sheffield United 1. I am buzzing. Let's keep this momentum. Let's keep going at them. That is exactly what we want. West Ham 1. Sheffield United 0. Come on, you Irons. Yes. Brilliant. Jared Bowen again. The man is on fire. Bo is on fire. And he's Danny Dyer. Bo is on fire. And he's Danny Dyer. Bo is on fire. Ooh. La, 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 la. Brilliant. Buzzing. Go on, Jared Bowen. What a well-worked goal. Team goal. Brilliant. Keep that momentum up, West Ham. Keep that momentum up. One touch football. Bowen. Come on, you Irons. Come on. Get in. Goal. Bowen. There you go. All buzzing. West Ham win ball back with Tommy Souček in the middle of the park. Plays the ball forward. Antonio drops in. Collects it. Finds Tommy Souček again. Plays the ball out wide left to Paqueta. Paqueta's heads up. He goes big cross in. Is it going to find its way to Antonio in the box? Chest it down. Shit! Antonio, it's just cleared off the path away Sheffield United. He just could not trap that ball, and he could not keep it down. Sheffield United have come in, done well, and cleared the ball out for a West Ham corner. What a ball that is from Paqueta. Honestly, the run from Antonio is brilliant. Oh, it's taking a deflection on the way to Antonio. Tries to chest it, but the ball just can't fall for him. He's got 4 players. Do you know what I mean? He's got 3 defenders all over him, and Antonio nearly comes out on top. Do you know what? For all the times you slag him, people can't cope with him. They just can't cope with him. If he could just put that finishing touch onto the end of balls, he'd have probably double goals he'd have right now. But he's already got like 2 or 3. There's a corner about to get whipped in. He's already got 2 or 3 Sheffield United players literally hanging off him. Honestly, there's 2 players marking him. 2 players marking Antonio. There's 2 players. Oh, ref! McBurney just pushed him! McBurney has just pushed him! It's the most blatant foul I've ever saw. McBurney, he's such a dickhead. He is a dickhead player, isn't he? Do you know what? That's what you want. You want him on him because that's what he'll do all game. Antonio will wind him up. Come on, West Ham. Come on, West Ham. James Ward-Prowse in the mix on the head. Oh, can't get rid of it. Oh, they've got rid of it now. And it goes out for throw-in. What are they delaying the restart for? Oh, VAR's checking something. They're checking a handball. Oh, they're checking for a handball. Oh, it does go towards the ball. Oh, they've not given it. They're not giving it. Really weird. I didn't know what's going on there, but they checked VAR. It did hit the player's hand, but they've not given it. Emerson with the ball into Antonio. You got to give. I'm just going to say something. Antonio's got 2 to 3 men marking him all game, which is good for us because that'll allow other players to come in to foul. Chips the ball forward. That's how it allowed Bowen. Oh, Souček has done really well now. Alvarez drives forward for West Ham. Switches the ball over to Paqueta. Paqueta's got Emerson there. He's still got it into the back post. Who's there? Ref! It's all over Antonio! Oh my God, they're all over him. West Ham won the ball back. Alvarez. Oh, he's going to shoot. Chips it in. Oh my days. They're all over Antonio. I swear to God, we're gonna get a penalty. We will get a penalty in this game. Mark my words. We'll get a penalty in this game. I don't know how they're not giving a penalty for that. They're just hanging on top of Antonio over his shoulders like I'm giving him a backy. Souček wins the ball, then he loses possession. Back with Fotheringham. Clears it for Sheffield United. Free kick. Sheffield United in the halfway line. I don't understand though. Like, West Ham have won possession. Antonio drives forward. Antonio is going to shoot. May as well. Oh, he shoots from distance. It just goes wide. Did it take a deflection? He has players supporting him. Let me have a look here. Oh, because I'll be raging. Oh, it's unlucky. It's unlucky. They're all over Antonio in this game. I don't want to be talking about substitutions too early, but I am. I feel like this game is made for Kudus. We really do. I think you'll see him early in the second half. A ball carrier. I feel like you can turn a Sheffield United player quite well when you get the ball. Do you really want me to tell you what I mean? The kids, crisps. There's nothing else in the house. A prick. Sheffield United with the ball. Good tackle there from Alvarez. Jared Bowen wins it again. Second ball. Sefal back with Alvarez in our own half. In our own box. Sefal turns. Plays the ball into the path. Oh, such a referee, mate. Oh, my days. Yellow card. Finally a yellow card coming out. McAtee just smashes into Suchek. Oh, my days. Alvarez clicks the ball for West Ham and deep in our half. Switches play completely over to Sefal. He drives forward. Sefal with the ball. Chips the ball up. Bowen's made a run. He's got in behind the defender, has he? He hasn't. It's cleared from Sheffield United. They're struggling to deal with Bowen. Because they're kind of doubling up on Antonio, they're letting Bowen have a little bit more freedom. And he's getting runs in behind the defenders. Big throw in coming in from Vlad. Bowen on the edge of the box. He's got space. Bowen. Oh, he tries to turn. He tries to kind of turn his body and curl it round into the corner, but he can't find that place. Sheffield United on the ball in the halfway line. Ball through the middle. West Ham have one possession back though. Antonio. Oh, it's not. It's Suchek. But West Ham have got the ball back with Alvarez. Paqueta's made a run. Alvarez has just overhit that ball. We cannot find the path of Paqueta. But he's won it back. But it's just his final ball there just wasn't that great. Alvarez wins the ball back again for West Ham. Bowen plays the ball back to Vladimir Sefal. Vlad pays it into the path of JWP. Agerd. Keta drops in deep. He's got 2 or 3 players on him. Ref, they're just all over him, but he still stays standing. Antonio. Oh, bring good ball there for Emerson. Emerson's going to cross it in low. Cleared from Sheffield United. Straight to West Ham with James Ward-Prowse. Out wide left. Emerson. Paqueta on the edge of the 18-yard box. Skips by a few players. Puts it into the path of Emerson. Puts it into Sefal. Sefal on the edge of the box. Chips it into the mix. Slanted header. Just goes wide. Oh. Come on, you Irons! I do think this game is crying out for him. I really do. I think it looks perfect game for him, to be honest. Alvarez tries to win the ball back, but Sheffield United have gone on the break. Now they've got the ball down the left-hand side with Archer. Sefal's done well to hold him up. Sefal's done really well. Archer's still got the ball, though, but Sefal's still getting a touch on it. Ah, he's done so well, Vladimir has. Bowen's dropped back in supporting, but you got to give Vlad. He's done so well. He never left it go off that player, and he won the ball back. Alvarez plays a quick shot one to Zuma. Alvarez gets the ball, turns. Paqueta. I love the way Paqueta plays. He finds that space for the player. Sefal drops it into Paqueta. Suchek back to Paqueta. He skips by one player. He drives forward for West Ham. I fucking love you. Follow. You're Brazilian Magnifico. Go on, Emerson. Down left to James Ward-Prowse. There's nobody better than Lucas Paqueta. And now he's one of our own. Agerd into James Ward-Prowse on the halfway line. Paqueta back with Agerd. Zuma plays the ball out to Sefal on the halfway line for West Ham on the right-hand side. Back to Zuma. Back to Agerd. He plays the ball forwards. Good play there to Emerson. Souček. Emerson. Sorry, it's Paqueta. Back to Souček. Souček into Alvarez on the halfway line for West Ham. He finds Bowen out on the right-hand side. He's dropped in out wide right to Sefal. He cuts inside. It's a dummy. It does. Antonio, what's happened there? I don't know if Antonio tripped over his own feet. And the ball's being played back from Sheffield United all the way back to Fotheringham, the keeper. 36.5 minutes gone. West Ham 1, Sheffield United 0. This is the West Ham Network. I'm Anton, bringing you today's running commentary. West Ham back, win possession. Antonio on the edge. Into Souček. Yeah! Yes! Tommy Souček playing in a more advanced role. West Ham dispossessed them. They drive forward and they cannot cope. They cannot cope with that. Tommy Souček gets himself on the score sheet and it's deserved. It's absolutely deserved. 2-0. Brilliant. Buzzing. Yes! Tommy boy! Come on, you Irons. Come on, you Irons. Brilliant. All from an error from Sheffield United. Emerson comes in, intercepts. Antonio collects the ball, bangs himself an assist. And guess what? Souček driving forward into the box and makes it 2-0 West Ham. Yes, you have heard me correctly. It is 2-0 West Ham. Who am I talking about? We know what we're talking about because David Moyes knows what he's talking about. 2-0 West Ham. Perfect. Brilliant. Buzzing. Love it. Things you love to see. Yes. Buzzing. Buzzing. I keep hurting my head every time I scream. Are you new around here? Moo the boo. Sheffield United on the attack. Oh my God, McBurney! Oh my days. McBurney's just hit the ball wide. It's gone out for a goal kick. McBurney found himself in some space. Thank you, Crosshammer. Wow, love it. Love it. Come on, you Irons! Come on, you Irons! Has he given a corner? Really sore head. I think I need my glasses. They're like the kind of anti-glare glasses. It's not, it's a goal kick. Tommy Souček wins the header. I tell you what, 5 minutes to go. If you could get another goal before halftime, we were all looking for the 2 goals before halftime. But with 5 minutes to go, you just want that other goal. I'm going to be a bit selfish with it. Oh, it's brilliant, brilliant work right there from James Ward-Prowse. And then Zuma comes in, intercepts the ball. Paqueta. Oh, Alvarez. Oh, don't get a yellow card. Do not book him. Don't book him, ref! Oh, come on! It's his first offence! You can't book him. Oh, my God. I hate when that happens. The referee just books people for the sake of doing it. Like, I do think it was a foul. I'm not denying that, but give him a talking to. See, I'm listening to Tony Gale right now, and Tony Gale's saying what Paqueta's doing. I actually think Alvarez got the ball, to be honest. He's saying that Paqueta needs to stop doing some of the stuff he's doing. I completely couldn't disagree with the player anymore in my life, and I love Tony Gale, but I couldn't disagree with him anymore. You take that away from Paqueta, you take Paqueta away. Simple. Simple. I want to see that replay again because I actually think he gets a touch on the ball. It just means when they go to make a substitution, it'll be Alvarez and not Souček. Sufalo's on the ball, crosses it into the mix, back post. Oh, winning the header. Fodroom gets it. I would maybe... Ball at the right. Sheffield United have got possession, but West Ham want it back with Alvarez. Agard plays the ball back to Areola. Touch on the ball. Chips the ball out to the wide right. He finds Sefal. Good distribution. Sefal drives forward. He's still got the ball. Sefal's driven forward. He's now in their half. Deep in their half. Tries to knock the ball around the defender. The defender's done well. Sefal's there. Sefal's just literally ran the whole length of the park. I think he thought he was going to do his prime Messi. He couldn't do it the whole way, but you got to give him credit where credit's due. He did really well, and he's won a West Ham throw him. Alvarez with the ball. Deep in the Sheffield United half. Paqueta drops in, collects it on the left-hand side. Ball into the mix. Antonio unmarked. It says Souček unmarked, sorry. And he cannot head the ball. He heads it on target, but it goes into Rosed with his header. Unless he was offside. They're really lucky. I tell you what, is he offside? Yeah, Souček is offside. Souček playing in that more advanced role is the Souček of 2 years ago. It really is. Sheffield United goal kick. Agard on McBurney. Sheffield United drive forwards. Big up and under. Emerson deals with it well. Alvarez there mops it up with the second ball. Turns, plays the ball into the path of Agard. Back with Alvarez. What a ball that is from Alvarez. Puts Sefal lovely on a plate for Sefal's over the halfway line for West Ham. Cams the play down, plays the ball into the mix for Jared Bowen down the right-hand side. He's got two players on him. He comes out of it, though, drives infield, switches play completely over to Emerson. Emerson takes a touch, crosses it into the back post. Souček wins it. Oh, punched away from Fotheringham. Souček is winning absolutely every header coming into the box just now. And it goes out for a goal kick to Sheffield United. 2 minutes to go till half-time. Be nice to get ourselves a little cheeky third goal if we could. How nice would that be? Big ball up top. Agard tries to win the ball back. Vinny Souza for Sheffield United. West Ham piling the pressure on. Sheffield United coming forward. They've got the ball on the edge of the centre circle. It's been switched over to Robinson's on the left-hand side. Sorry, Thomas. Ball through the middle. Sheffield United on the attack now down the right-hand side. He's got a bit of space and time on the ball. Into the mix. Back post. Unmarked. Oh, my word. Just kind of unmarked. Glances header over from Hamer. Over into the mix. Sheffield United player didn't really pounce on it. No West Ham player went near it. Goalkeeper never went near it. Just let it all filter out for a West Ham goal kick. Three minutes of added time in the first half. Antonio wins the ball from that unbelievable big ball from Areola. Chests it down, delivers the ball out to Emerson on the left-hand side. Paqueta's now got the ball now on the touchline, and it's back with Emerson on the left-hand side again. Back to Paqueta. Plays the ball neatly back to James Ward-Prowse into Paqueta. All players running everywhere. That's good. Paqueta tries the through ball, but it goes out for a West Ham throw-in. Paqueta having a little word with Emerson. Paqueta, Emerson, Alvarez. Oh, too heavy ball there. And Sheffield United now on the counter. McBurney plays the ball back to the full-back. Ball forward for Sheffield United. He's got a bit of space down that right-hand side. Alvarez is there, though. And he wins the ball back. It's back with Sheffield United, though. Alvarez is there, shaping up. Driving forward from Sheffield United. Ball coming in from the right-hand side. Low. Cleared from Tommy Soucek. Oh, total foul on Lucas Paqueta. And it's a free kick to West Ham. Areola with a big goal kick. Pings the ball forward for West Ham. Antonio's got 2 players on him, but he still comes out on top. Jared Bowen tries to nip the ball around the Sheffield United defender, but he's doing well. Bowen putting the pressure on. It's unbelievable pressure from Jared Bowen. He's just used his strength, and he's won. Sheffield United have won a throw in from that, but the defender struggled with Jared Bowen on his strength. McBurney collects the ball, plays the ball down, and it's a big ball forward, overhit all the way into the path of Areola. 30 seconds to go for the added time. Alvarez, West Ham just happy to hopefully go in with a 2-0 lead. Unless we can snatch something with the last attack. Alvarez in the middle, plays it back to Agard. James Ward-Prowse comes in, collects the ball in the middle. Zuma. Sefal out the right-hand side. Into Antonio. He turns on the defender. Loses possession, but then comes back in, wins it back for West Ham. Sefal loses it. And it's a throw-in coming from West Ham. Referee's going to blow the whistle for half time. There you go, everybody. That's been your first half with me, Anton, at the West Ham Network. Thank you to 2 goals from West Ham. Jared Bowen, really, really good first goal from West Ham to take us a 1-0 up the lead. And then another really good, well-worked second goal, actually, from Tommy Soucek. So Bowen and Soucek keep West Ham 2-0 winner, half-time, 2-0 up. And wait and see what happens come the second half. People calling for Kudus. Who knows? But I think we can definitely get more goals at them. So it'll definitely be an interesting second half. Join me. I'm going to go and take a break, and I'll be back for the second half and bring you the running commentary. Come then. Come on, you Irons. Back. I'm not on that time. I'll get it coming back too soon. There's no substitutes yet in the second half. I'm so hungry, so I apologise. There we are. We're back on. The man just got the better of Sufal down the left-hand side. You can probably see a bit more of an attacking option coming from Sheffield United now. Bogle for Sheffield United. Sousa. McAtee for Sheffield United. Plays the ball into Sousa again. Good tracking back there from James Ward-Prowse. A lot very static there from Sheffield United on the attack. One of their players had the ball, just looking for someone to move. Antonio putting the pressure on, though. I've gone back with Fotheringham, who's playing really far out of his goal. He's gone for a big upfield punt. Keta tries to win the header. He wins the second ball, though. Chips the ball over the player, and then he gets hold of possession, plays in the ball. Beautiful ball through to Vladimir Sufal. Tony Gale does. Do you know what? For as much as I love Tony Gale, I forgot how much he does my head in as a commentator. Agerd, Emerson, Paqueta on the left-hand side. Back with Agerd. Switched over to Zuma on the right-hand side. Sufal over on the right-back position. Plays the ball forward. Jared Bowen. He loses possession but wins it back. Switches play over to Emerson. Emerson finds James Ward-Prowse. Ball over to Paqueta on the left-hand side. Holds on to possession. Plays it back to James Ward-Prowse. And through the middle to Jared Bowen, who's dropped in to collect it. Plays the ball back. Alvarez, nice bit of possession from West Ham. James Ward-Prowse. Ball switched over to left-hand side to Paqueta. Ball played back to James Ward-Prowse again, just on the halfway line. Into Alvarez. Plays the ball back to Agerd. Back to James Ward-Prowse. Back to Agerd again. West Ham just happily keeping hold of possession here. Zuma switches play over to Sufal. Souček, chip ball up over the top for Antonio to chase. 1-on-1 with the defender. Defender comes over, does well, clears the ball. West Ham throw in deep in the Sheffield United half. Early throw in. Bowen. Back to Bowen. Puts ball onto his left foot. Skips by one player from Sheffield United. Drives down the right-hand side. Still drives at the defence. Still drives. Crosses it into the mix. Oh, it's on top of his head. Fotheringham. Oh, he keeps a hold of it. Great work down that right-hand side from Jared Bowen. He just turns with the back heel and drives at two defenders. They can't get near him. And just as he goes to the corner line, chips the ball into the mix. It just goes over the top of Antonio's head. Fotheringham comes out and collects it. Sheffield United from the back. Emerson does really well. Goes in tight against the player. Paqueta comes in, collects it. Back heels the ball. Skips by one defender and is fouled. And the referee blows up. And it's a free kick to West Ham. Paqueta doing as usual. Brilliant. What a footballer. When it comes off, Tony Gale, why do you sound so negative? Why do you sound so negative? What do you want Paqueta to do? Don't make me dislike your commentary. Anyway, here's going to be a big ball into the mix from none other than James Ward-Prowse. Get all the big men up top. Oh, what a dangerous place for a free kick. James Ward-Prowse into the mix. Back post. Antonio raises up. Souček's there. Chips the ball. Oh, it's blocked. Call for a handball, but they're going to get a free. How are they not getting a corner from that? How are they not getting a corner from that? See, the one thing I do agree with, I don't know how they're not getting a corner from that, but the one thing I do agree with Tony Gale is they're talking about the trajectory of the ball when James Ward-Prowse takes a free kick. He takes a free kick and the keeper can't come for it because he can't commit. Antonio wins it, but then loses it. And now Sheffield United got the ball coming down the left-hand side. Emerson's chasing down the player. Alvarez is there, though. He gets a touch on it, and Emerson collects the ball back for West Ham. Chips the ball into the path of James Ward-Prowse. Agard switches play over to the right-hand side. It's too heavy, and Sufal has to let the ball go out for Sheffield United throw-in. 51 minutes gone. I mean, I really could... It is crying out for a Kudus, possibly a double substitution, to be honest, from West Ham. Big throw-in coming in from Sheffield United. Just need to deal with this. Oh, it's fallen to the path of them. This is the thing about this 2-goal cushion is you really need to just open that up a little bit more and make that a 3-goal cushion, because from something from nothing, a big throw-in, the ball drops from a flick on into the path of Sheffield United. It's taken a deflection just over the bar and it's gone for a corner. Corner, Sheffield United into the mix. Good winning header there from Zuma to clear the ball. Bowen chases the defender and it goes all the way back to Fotheringham. Referee's blown a whistle. There's a Sheffield United player down injured. You can't bring Mubama on because Mubama is not on the bench. Mubama is not on the bench, mate. Souček for Benrahma, Paqueta for Benrahma, swap per positions. Trini says we don't need to change anything, just be more clinical. I'm up for it. I'm up for a change. I know we don't need to, but I am up for it. Bowen's on fire. If he scores our next away goal game, he breaks the record for West Ham consecutive away goals. True that. Billy Ross, more than anything, I want a clean sheet, but man, it'd be nice to sort of run away and put 4 or 5 past and gain some goal difference. Yeah, Bowen is probably undroppable right now. Maybe Kudus comes on for Souček, but we may put Kudus out wide and Paqueta in the middle. Antonio will be blowing after 60. Does he bring on Ings or Kudus? Kudus or Alvarez would be a lowest logical swap. Move JWP back and let Kudus do what he wants. Good point regarding Antonio. We could just go straight Antonio Kudus swap, see how he goes up front. Ings is rigorously warming up down the sidelines for West Ham. But it looks like we're about to see a substitution coming in from Sheffield United. It looks like Egan is coming off. Yeah, I think it is Egan. He's really struggling, Egan is. Knocked his knee. It looks like he's got another knee injury. Really struggling. Basham is coming on for Sheffield United. John Egan is really struggling. He's able to walk off, but he cannot bend his right knee at all. And Basham has come on for Sheffield United. That's going to add on a few little cheeky minutes at the end of the game. Fotheringham with the ball. Chip forward into the middle of the park. One from Agard and from Paqueta. Then they've won the third ball. The ball through. Drive forward for McAtee. Ball out to the right-hand side. Crosses it in low, early. And Emerson clears the ball in for a Sheffield United corner. 56 minutes gone. West Ham 2, Sheffield United nil. If you're just joining me, this is the West Ham Network. I am Anton, bringing to you today's matchday live commentary of the West Ham Sheffield United game at the London Stadium. Sheffield United have just won themselves a corner. Ball's about to be hit on the in-swing. Sprayed up to the back post. Wins the header to the back post. Oh, it's hit the... Areola has either saved it or it's hit the post. I think Areola's maybe got a touch on that because the ball got put into the back post and I think Areola saved it. Point blank range. This is why you just need to extend this lead. Oh, don't. Oh, sorry, 2 seconds. I'm back. Whew. I'm just going to have to skip that a little bit forward because something happened there to my stream, but it's back. I'm on 57.46, if anyone's wondering. James Ward-Prowse. Agard. Emerson out on the left-hand side, just on the halfway line. Plays the ball back. Agard. Alvarez drops into that kind of centre-back position to collect the ball. Zuma into Souček. Out wide to Sufal. He's intercepted though, but Zuma gains the second ball. Areola back to Agard. Agard plays it into Emerson. Emerson turns, pings the ball forward for West Ham. Paqueta does really well, tries to skip by two players, but can't keep hold of possession. Ball forward for West Ham. Antonio drops in, collects it on the halfway line, tries to backheel it out of play, but can't keep it in. Sheffield United have got ball back with them. Ball through the halfway line. On the attack. West Ham have got bodies there, and West Ham have dispossessed them with Emerson. And now Paqueta gets the ball for West Ham. He's in a dangerous area, but he gets the ball out really well with Alvarez. Alvarez skips by two players, brings in Paqueta again on the ball out on the left-hand side. Patient, James Ward-Prowse. Ball through the middle. Bowen's dropped in deep. Algerd into Zuma. Souček drops in. JWP collects it on the edge of this, halfway line. Paqueta out to Emerson on the left-hand side, deep in the Sheffield United half. Paqueta's there on the ball. A few players made the run. James Ward-Prowse came in to collect it. West Ham happily just keeping possession again. Ball back with Agard, now over with Zuma on the right-hand side of the fence. It's been played into Vladimir Sufal. He's coming over the halfway line for West Ham, driving forward. Zuma. Agard. JWP. Well, it's good possessional play from West Ham. Alvarez. Emerson. West Ham just happily keeping hold of ball. Getting the pass rate up, which is something we don't do very often. Alvarez drops in. Nothing's happening though, but we're just keeping hold of possession, so that's good. Making Sheffield United work for that ball. Agard. Back with Zuma. Sheffield United starting to drive. Zuma tries to skip by one player. He does. Sufal Oh, no. It's fine. It's gone back with Areola. Alvarez has dropped in again. He plays the ball to Agerd. Agerd back to Alvarez. I don't think Sheffield United have had a touch of this ball for a while now. James Ward-Prowse back to Alvarez. Back to Zuma now on the right-hand side. Out wide right. Sefal. Into Bowen, who's dropped so deep. Back with Alvarez. He's brought in Paqueta. Agerd. Paqueta. Into Emerson. Back to Paqueta. Skips by one player. Into the middle. James Ward-Prowse. Back to Paqueta. Paqueta's now gone central. Souček. Souček drives forward for West Ham on the halfway line. Plays it into Sefal. Sefal back. Zuma. Back to Paqueta in the middle of the park now. Paqueta chips the ball up over the top for Antonio to chase. Antonio gets Fotheringham. Fotheringham comes out and gets it. Good play from West Ham. West Ham must have had, maybe 60, 70 passes there. Chip the ball forward for Antonio to chase before Fotheringham comes out and collects it. Sheffield United have got possession, no, in their own half. West Ham have got many bodies forward. Many bodies forward. Ollie McBurney gets dispossessed there. Well done from Agerd. And now it's Antonio. Antonio drives. Twists ball through for Bowen. Bowen skips by Fotheringham. He's got it by him. Puts it into the pass of Bowen. Antonio, what are you doing, Antonio? Why are you not lacing your boots through it? Why are you not lacing your boots through it? That could have been 3-0. It's an unbelievable tackle from Agerd. Antonio drives at 3 defenders. Puts the ball into a great path for Bowen. Bowen skips by the goalkeeper. Oh, Bowen puts it into the path of Antonio. Antonio thinks he's got fucking holiday time to hang about in that position. You're never going to get that amount of time. Just put your foot through it. He's missed a goal there. This is the thing, because he's not a natural finisher. If he was, honestly, he would have as many goals as Haaland, because the positioning he gets himself into is very, very good. It's his finishing that's just always let him down, but he's still a Premier League goal scorer, top goal scorer. Ball out wide from the Sheffield United into the mix. No one's there, but it's gone all the way over to the right-hand side. McBurney's gone down, but he's a plonker. Ball on the right-hand side for Sheffield United. Now it's on the edge of the box. Again, still with the edge of the box with Sheffield United. Puts it onto his left foot. Alvarez is staying with him. Shoots from distance. Blocked from West Ham. Tom Davies is coming on for Sheffield United. 63 minutes gone, and intrigued to see what West Ham do. But we've gone early. They've gone early, and Bowen's got ball possession. He's going to get fouled. Blatant foul. He's still got the ball, but of course it's going to be a foul. All over him. Can't get the ball off him. So what did he do? Foul him, bring him down. Jared Bowen. Anyway, free kick to West Ham in our half. Zuma. Gerds. JWP. Agerd. Emerson skips by one defender's done really well. James Ward-Prowse, though, on his halfway line, sprays the ball over to Sefal on the right-hand side. Sefal drives. Sefal back to Paqueta. Good ball for James Ward-Prowse. Sefal, whipped ball. Corner, West Ham. That'll do. That was all Emerson down the left-hand side. See the interplay between him and Paqueta. Even him, Bowen, even him, James Ward-Prowse. He's nipped in front of 2 players in front of him, skipped by him, and put the ball into space for James Ward-Prowse to spray the ball across. Anyway, a dangerous set piece coming from West Ham. Why? James Ward-Prowse on the corner. An outswinger. Here we go, right onto the... cleared from them, but it's straight back to James Ward-Prowse on the edge, a bit further in. Crosses it into the mix. It's a good cross. Oh, Jared Bowen wins the header, but he just can't keep it down. It goes all the way up into the sky. Fotheringham comes out and collects it. Release Kudus. Ball gets shipped forward from Sheffield United, and it's all the way back to Areola. Safal. James Ward-Prowse. Into Souček. Back to James Ward-Prowse again. Over to Safal. He finds Alvarez on the halfway line. Shadows the ball really well. Drives further back. Plays the ball back to Zuma. Zuma sprays the ball over to Emerson. Back to Agerd. Alvarez has dropped in centre half position again to collect the ball. Plays it into the path of Zuma. Zuma drives forward for West Ham. Safal, halfway line. Chips the ball forward with left foot. Good ball for Antonio to chase. Antonio's done really well. And the Sheffield United players had to nip that out. And it is a corner to West Ham. Kudus is about to come on. Kudus is about to come on. Yes, you've heard me right. Kudus is about to come on. He's getting his instructions from Kevin Nolan. Here goes James Ward-Prowse again for another dangerous set piece. Delivery. West Ham are doing that kind of train line. You've got Souček, Paqueta, Zuma, Agerd, Antonio, Bowen, all in the box. Alvarez right on the edge of the box. James Ward-Prowse. Into the mix. Into the mix. It is. Agerd! Oh! He's rose above everyone else and just cannot keep that on target. That's unlucky. Skipped away from the defender. Oh, it's so unlucky. How close was that? About 2 yards wide. Kudus is about to come on. Big ball forward from Sheffield United. Zuma's on the defender. Alvarez comes in, sweeps it up, collects the ball, plays the ball into the path of Paqueta. Paqueta tries to keep it, does. Alvarez wins the second tackle. Referee! He got the ball. Do not send him off. He's not going to book him, but I don't think that's even a foul. It's not a foul. To me, it's not a foul. Nah, disagree with you, ref. I disagree with you as well, Tony Gale. Tony Gale's down my head in again. He is concentrating though. Like, that was a good tackle. It's just the referee. He's lunging in. I'll lunge into you, son. I'm only joking. Anyway, Sheffield United got the ball back in their own half, plays the ball up and over. Emerson reads it well, defends it well. And Alvarez wins that ball. So does James Ward-Prowse. Paqueta plays it into the path of James Ward-Prowse. Oh, that's good football. Souček chips the ball into the mix for Jared Bowen to chase against the one-on-one with the defender. Is he going to get there? Plays it back to Fotheringham. Fotheringham plays the ball through the middle. Antonio's there. Sheffield United have done well to get out of that situation. It's good play from West Ham, though. Souza puts Sheffield United under a lot of pressure. Oh, my word. Go on, West Ham. Big ball clearance from Sheffield United. Zuma comes in, chests the ball down, collects it, but then loses the second ball. He tackles the player. The player he's giving away a foul on the halfway line. It's ridiculous. He never needs to make a sliding challenge there. He's not even the last man. Like, that's a yellow card. Like, I would give a yellow card for that. But I bet he's not giving it. Anyway, McAtee's come off and Tom Davis has come on for Sheffield United. And then Kudus and Ben Rama. Double substitution from West Ham. Kudus and Ben Rama coming on the field. Going to get 20 minutes, 25 minutes each. Big ball up field. Antonio Souček. Antonio Wide. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Alvarez, possibly, because he's on the yellow and he's obviously had that next warning as well. I'll probably see Alvarez. Antonio Wide puffing away though. Big ball forwards. Holly McBurney to chase. Agerd's there. Plays it out wide left for Sheffield United. Sheffield have still got the ball in our own half. Deep in the West Ham half. So if I was watching. Ball through the middle. He's still got it. He's inside the 18-yard box from Hamer. Shoots. Blocked. And it's a Sheffield United corner. Hammer just drives through, but just can't put the finishing touch onto that. It's cleared for a Sheffield United corner. Big ball into the mix, cleared from Zuma. Good clearance from Zuma. Tom Davis plays the ball back to the defender of Sheffield United. McBurney, big ball up through the middle, and it's too heavy, and it goes out for Areola. So now we're about to see the double substitution from West Ham. Ben Rama, Saeed Ben Rama, and Mohamed Kudus. It'll be interesting to see who comes off first. Yeah, Alvarez. I thought so. He's on a yellow card. He's played well. He's played well, but he is on a yellow card, and then he got a warning for a second one there. So that makes a lot of sense to bring him off. Which means probably it will be Antonio. So Benrahma is coming on for Alvarez. And then Antonio coming off the field. I tell you what, right, I've got to give him load of credit because see in the first half in particular, see the work rate, he worked his fucking backsides off and he had 2 players marking him the whole game, sometimes 3 players marking him the whole game. So Bowen's gone up top, Kudos gone out in the right, and I think that's a big kind of Danny Ings won't be too happy about that, will he? But I'm glad to see Kudus on the field. Benrahma gets involved straight away, wins the ball back for West Ham, plays the ball into the path of Emerson. Tries a 1-2 with Emerson. Emerson loses it though. McBurney wins it back. Benrahma's trying chasing the ball. Hammer. Tom Davis from the edge, out wide. Sefal's there, crosses it in low. Hammer's got in front of it. Archer. Ball into the mix. Dave's got the ball in the dangerous area. Oh, West Ham have won it back though with Emerson. Plays it into Benrahma. Oh, it's good play. Referee foul. Got to give a free kick for that. He has blown up. It's taken ages to do it, but he has blown up, and West Ham have got ourselves a free kick in our own half. Agerd plays it out to Zuma. Zuma out to Sefal. And the ball's being played back into kind of right into corner flag for Zuma. Zuma's got a lot of work to do. Uses his strength though. It gives away a throw in. It's one of these ones though. It's going to be another long one into the mix. We've still got a 2-0 cushion, but you'd rather that be a 3-0 cushion. We really need that to be a 3-0 cushion because it can just, if they get a goal back now, they'll have a bit of momentum. Big throw in coming in to the mix. Is it cleared from Zuma or a shot from Sheffield United? Just goes, it's a couple of yards wide from McBurney. It's nothing I'm worried about. Oh, he does, yeah, no, he does. I mean, Areola had that covered, but I don't know what's wrong with Zuma. Is he struggling? I think they're just checking on Zuma here. 15 attempts on goal. Is Paquette offside? No, he's not. 15 attempts on goal for West Ham to Sheffield United's 11. A triple change coming up for Sheffield United. Ball switched through over to the right-hand side. Can Safal get... Oh, Jesus. I thought Safal was going to rip the guy's legs off. Big ball over there from the left-hand side. Sheffield United got the ball. Plays the ball through. He's got the ball. Hammer. Crosses it into the mix. Oh, he's unmarked. Shoots from distance. Blocked from West Ham. Then the next one. Shut up. What are you calling for handball? No way. VAR's definitely looking at it, but I don't know what they're looking at. Areola, big clearance from West Ham. West Ham win ball back, though. With, it's unbelievable from Kudus. It's unbelievable. Oh, my God. Go on, Kudus. Oh, my days. Go on, son. He's taking on about 3 or 4 players. Ball switched over to Ben Rama on the edge of the box. Benny, got to do better, Benny. Oh, my stream. No. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's happened. Oh, no. Side Ben Rama. Kudus in the middle of the box. Back with James Ward-Prowse. Paqueta. Back with Ward-Prowse. Emerson. Paqueta. Tries a neat ball through for Bowen, but the defender's read that well. Collects it. And Emerson does really well to come back in and collect it. Has VAR gone back to check it so far back? Never a handball. Never a handball. It does hit his hand. It's never. They give that for a penalty. He's not even looking, and his hand's beside his side. No. They were checking for a handball against Bogle. But they're not giving the penalties. Triple substitution coming on for Sheffield United. Tom Davis, Tommy Soucek comes in. Oh, it's a tough tackle on Tommy Soucek. Tom Davis has left his foot in there as well. Triple substitution coming in. We will be going live straight after this stream on the review show, and we'll have some reactions coming in from the stadium. Right, so 8's coming off. Hammer's coming off. Archer coming off. Slimani. Trusty. Actually got them all right. West Ham have got possession now with Knife Agard. Big clearance forwards. Paqueta drops in, tries to collect it. Just need that other goal for a cushion. Oh, Leon, you're in the chat. Oh, ball through the... Agard clears it for West Ham. Leon's my good friend. Thank you very much, mate. He is a baller, mate. He is a baller. Ball for Sheffield United. He's still got it in the middle of the park. Switched over to the left-hand side. They've still got it. It's back in the centre circle. 10 minutes to go. West Ham 2, Sheffield United 0. Just a little cheeky goal now would do us a world of good. Tom Davis in the middle of the park. Good interception there from Safal, but they've won the second ball. Ball into the mix. Too heavy for the back post. He's kept it in, though, I think, has he? It has. Yep. And then it's on the edge of the box. Get up. There's no way. McBurney shoots from distance. Blocked from West Ham. It was offside anyway. Just need to get hold of that ball again. Hold on to a bit of possession. God, that's gone ahead. My time's gone ahead. 80. I'm just trying to see what the West Ham are doing. They've kind of chopping and changing tactics as this game's going along, and I don't know if they've put Paqueta through the middle. Billy McKinley barking his orders, him and David Moyes. Yeah, Paqueta's gone right through the middle. Bowen has gone right in. Kudus is just sitting in the middle trying to chase down the ball. So yeah, Paqueta's playing as a striker now. Bowen's gone out to the right. Souček wins the ball. He's won the ball back though. Bowen drops in deep, collects it, plays the ball into the path of Willie. No, he doesn't. He keeps a hold of it. He's done really well. Let's get away from Tom Davis. Kurt Zuma puts the ball all the way over to the right-hand side. Vlad into the path of James Ward-Prowse. Agerd. Emerson. All the way back to Areola. No, he's not. He's going to go for a delivery all the way over to the right-hand side. It's a foul. He goes for a big up and under forwards. No one's there to chase it. James Ward-Prowse to win it in the middle of the park. Tries to get it to Mohamed Kudus. He wins the ball back. James Ward-Prowse drives forward for West Ham through the middle. Paqueta's there. What's James Ward-Prowse going to do? He's got Kudus. Skips by one player on the edge of the box. Brings it into Ben Rama. Benny on his right foot. Do something with it, Saeed. Put it on to someone else. He does. In the middle of the park. Ref! Saeed Ben Rama, shoot! Oh, tries to curl it into the top corner and can't, and it's a good save from Fotheringham. Ah. Great work from Kudus again. Thank you very much, Jordan, mate. Much appreciated. Now it's ball down the left-hand side for Sheffield United. 7 minutes to go. Davis, big ball into the mix. Emerson. I tell you what, Kudus has been on for 5-10 minutes. Paqueta's been fouled, but the referee doesn't blow up. And he's done 2 wonderful things with the ball already. Really influential. Really, he's got that kind of element to surf a tackle, ride a tackle. Ball through for Sheffield United. He's in the 18-yard box. Good interception there from Tommy Souček and Vladimir Coufal, and Areola clears for West Ham. Out for a Sheffield United throw-in just past the halfway line. Yeah, cheers, Jordan, mate. Much appreciated. Ledge. Big ball forward for Sheffield United. Emerson reads it. He's done well to intercept it. Zuma back to Areola. Put him under a bit of pressure there. Areola had to clear. Jared Bowen drops in, tries to keep hold of the possession, but can't, and goes out for Sheffield United. Throw in on the far side. Tom Davis puts the ball through the middle. He gets the ball through, shoots from distance. I think Areola let that go. Did he get a hand onto it? No, I think he let it go, and it's a West Ham goal kick. Goal kick. West Ham. I appreciate that, Jordan, mate. I really do appreciate that. There you go. Swansea, yeah. Areola with a big goal kick upfield. Paqueta drops in, tries to win it, but it's good. It falls into the path of James Ward-Prowse at the edge of the centre circle. Halfway line to Emerson. Skips by one player, drives forward again, finds Kudus. Drops in, plays the ball back to Agerd. Puts it onto his left foot. Plays the ball into Kudus again. Nothing on. Plays it back to Agerd. Agerd plays it into the path of Areola. Areola chips the ball forward for West Ham. The Sheffield United defender comes in, wins the ball. Then they win the second ball, but then we come in with a tackle from James Ward-Prowse. But then they win possession again. Now they drive forward down the right-hand side. Sheffield United still got the ball. Kudus has come back. No way that's a foul. The player's just fallen. It's probably the weakest fall I've ever seen in my life. And Kudus is driven forward. Go on, Ben Rama. Go, go, go down the left. Go on, son. Go on, Benny. Plays the ball into Paqueta. He's inside the 18-yard box. He shoots from distance. Oh, I tell you what. He's gone early. I see his vision. He's loving it. He's just thought, I'm going to latch onto it. And it's just gone about 8-9 yards wide. Unlucky. Cheers, Crosshammer, mate. Thank you. He is, Jordan, mate. He really is. Ball forward from Sheffield United in the centre circle. Big switch play up over the top to the right-hand side. Emerson's there watching it, though. Sheffield United player has got the ball. In the middle for Sheffield United. Drives the ball forward. Ali McBurney. It's a great tackle there from McGurd, but it's still falling to the edge. Oh, Sheffield United still got the ball. Decent bit of play. Skip by Sufal. Hits a block. Emerson. West Ham trying to clear it. Zuma has cleared it for West Ham. Paqueta. I don't know how Paqueta does that, by the way. Honestly, he's literally just came from a striker's position into a deep-lying defensive midfielder, taken on 3 or 4 players and played it into possession of a West Ham player. Now Saeed Benrahma down the left-hand side. He drives at the defence. Saeed, he's got the ball, puts it onto his left foot, does a few step-overs, keeps the ball, gets pushed off the ball too easily. He really does get pushed off the ball too easily. Stand with Ward-Prowse, come down the left-hand side, inside the box. Oh! Oh, is it going to trickle in? It doesn't trickle in. Oh, go, it's a ball! Oh, West Ham, we couldn't get it away. It was like pinball. We couldn't get anything going. What they're saying is there's 2 kind of different situations here, really, you could say. You got one player that drives at the defence and crosses it in, and Benrahma couldn't get that final third. That's just unlucky, though. Remember, if you are watching, you will get transferred across into the stream for the review show. So when the stream ends, you'll either get transferred across, and if not, you then just press on the button, and then you'll get put into the review show. Highlights review show will be after the game. Oh, Saeed Benrahma, Paqueta into the mix. Box! Back post, Bowen! Takes a deflection. It's unlucky. Corner to West Ham. There goes JWP over there. What we're going to be able to do? Are we going to be able to do something from this? James Ward-Prowse with an outswinger. A lot of players forwards. There it is. Suchik wins it! Fotheringham collects it. Big ball up top. There's 2 players. 1 Sheffield United versus 2 West Ham. Tom Davis from the edge of the box. Skips by a few players. Goes out wide. Turns our player. Chips it into the mix. Cleared from Zuma. Big ball into the mix again. Too heavy. Goes out for a West Ham goal kick. How many minutes of added time? Here comes Pablo Fornals. 6 minutes of added time. Oh, and Mavropanos. Another double substitution from West Ham. Big ball, waiting on the substitution to come in. Paqueta comes back, wins it. Ollie McBurney. Ball played back to the defence of Sheffield United. Coming up over the halfway line for Sheffield United. Tom Davis drops in, collects the ball for them. Plays the ball back to the centre half. 1 minute of added time already gone. Drops in the middle for Souza. Switches play over for Sheffield United over to the far side. Emerson's there. Ball gets played back. Sheffield United still on the ball. Deep in the West Ham half. It's gone central. Sheffield United just enjoying a little bit of a spell. Kudus comes in, does really well to intercept that ball. And it's gone out for a throw-in. Here comes the double substitution coming from West Ham. Jared Bowen coming off. And he's done really well today. A hard job for him. A really big, strong, really... Do you know what I've been... Apart from the fact he's been so rewarded well with his goal, but he's done really well with his goal, but his hard work today, defensive duties have been very, very good. And I think Paqueta has come off. Has he? Who came off as well? Yeah, Paqueta and Mavropanos. West Ham with possession. Kudus drops in, collects the ball. I love Kudus. I love that geezer. I love that geezer. He's a baller. He's a baller. Mavropanos gets the ball. Now it's with Sufal. United on the counter. Ball through the middle. Areola comes out, clicks. Kudus is quality. He's been on the park for 20 minutes and he's done really good stuff. He's a very, very good footballer, and I'm really excited to see what he's capable of doing for a West Ham team when he starts. Because I'm telling you now, trust the process. He will start sooner rather than later. This isn't going to be a bedding in period. This isn't going to be a 6-month bedding in period. This is going to be Kudus coming into the team sooner rather than later. Remember, we've got a game against Freiburg. Anyway, Emerson coming down the left-hand side. Emerson. Two minutes to go, normal time. Big switch play over. Sufal down the right-hand side. Oh, here we go. Fornals chips it into Kudus. Oh, it goes across the box. No one's there. Fodering comes out, collects it. Ah, it's unlucky. What's happening here? Wayne, thank you very much for joining us, mate, all the way from South Africa. We've got a good friend of the channel who comes from South Africa, who comes on a lot, Richard Fazin. So make sure you do check him out as well. Thank you very much for joining us. Pac-Man, man of the match. Me, Shannon's in the house as well. Another new subscriber. Thank you very much, Shannon, for joining us. Thank you, Ron. Much appreciated, mate. Cheers. Thank you. There you go. Much appreciated, everyone, for the support. Now, listen, when the game finishes, we will transfer you across to the review. So Sheffield United are on the ball just now. Ollie McBurney on the edge of the box, side to the right side, chipped into the mix, cleared from West Ham. Shot. Areola, routine save. If you don't get transferred across, then click the option to come back onto the channel and look for our review. We will be going live to the stadium, and we'll have some reaction coming live from outside the stadium as well. I'll come on and give you a bit of a chinwag about the game, essentially. Ball up top. Fully expecting the ref to blow the whistle now. Benrahma drives. Benny. It's a good tackle there from the Sheffield United defender. It's gone out for a corner. So, kind of surprised if the referee is going to let the corner get taken. JWP on the corner. Another in-swinger coming. There we go. Right into the mix. Keeper. He's dropped it in, but it's a foul. The ball has crossed the line, but there was a foul on the keeper. Thank you very much again. Thank you. Remember, we are going to be live over on the review show, which will be happening in any second now. There you go. So come across now. Join me on the review show full time at the West Ham Sheffield United game. West Ham 2, Sheffield United 0. Come across onto the review show. We'll be going live to the stadium and I'll give you a chin wag across there. Thank you for joining me and come on, you Irons. Thank you for the new subscribers.